Hi there guys, today I just want to share my recipe of blueberry and white chocolate muffins. Put the oven on at 200 degrees Celsius so that it can warm up so long, and use a muffin pan. You can either do 12 small muffin pans or you can do the one with only 6 big muffins. I prefer to do the bigger muffins. They're really delicious and it's so impressive when you serve them and break it open to see the melting chocolate and blueberries. So you can spray your pans or butter them so long so that the muffins don't stick. And then you're going to need caster sugar, 150 grams of caster sugar and 300 grams of self-raising flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So I've put that in here so long, I've sieved it together, and I've just taken a spoon and mixed it a bit. Not too much because you don't want to get the air out from the sieving, but just move it around just to know it's mixed. Okay, and then you use mortar and pestle, little goodie, but for crushing herbs, but just use that tool to actually break the white chocolate into smaller pieces. You can also use a rolling pin to do this, or any hard object. Just make sure you don't bump your table. But you want the white chocolate pieces small, and that's that done. So you've got your dry ingredients here, you've got your chocolate ready, and you have these things already used. Now you're ready for the liquid ingredients. Right, you need to take a block of butter. 500 gram block would mean that half is 250 and 125 would be there. Right, so cut that portion off. If you want to check it on a scale you can, but sometimes the butter is already calibrated with little marks so that you can just take the piece off. I'm going to just weigh it and make sure. And it's exactly 125 grams. I need to melt this 125 grams, so I'm going to put it in a small bowl. And I've placed that in the microwave just to get it soft and melty. Then the next thing you need is 175 mils of buttermilk. So measure out 175 buttermilk and 1 lightly beaten egg. So just put it in the bowl with the butter and beat it lightly. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and 3 tablespoons of milk. And then we'll go further. So put your liquid ingredients into your bowl. Right, so I've put those ingredients into this bowl. It's the melted butter, the egg, the vanilla, the milk, and buttermilk. Right, so I'm just going to lightly beat the egg and get the ingredients to mix. And you'll see it mixes nicely. All ready for that. Now it's important that you also, when you add the chocolate and the blueberries, which I've already measured out, I've done 150 grams, but you can also put some raspberries in if you wish. It would be about 100 grams, but to be honest with you, 180 grams of blueberries with a white chocolate is actually perfect. Now it's very important that you put your chocolates and blueberries into the dry ingredients first before you put your liquid in. The reason for that is, should you put it straight into the batter, these ingredients would sink to the bottom of the muffins. So by putting them into the flour first, they have a small bit of flour on them, and it helps to keep them suspended in the batter while it's baking. Right, so now I'm busy putting the chocolate in. I'm putting a whole slab in. I might save one for myself to just have now, 1 block. But that's the white chocolate in. Okay, And then I throw the blueberries in. I've used frozen ones. I don't have time to defrost it. And then I just mix that in so that the flour coats the white chocolate and the blueberries. And as I say, that will help suspend it while it's baking. Sorry, I have to break these a bit smaller, should you see that there are any that are still a little bit big. If you hit them hard enough in the beginning, they would be broken, but I didn't want to make too much noise. Okay, right, so that's coated nicely. And now you can just add this lovely batter with the buttermilk and butter in. Right. And now just mix it like this until it's all mixed in with the flour and you have no dry spots. I must tell you, these are the most amazing muffins ever. I don't think there's a better recipe than this one. They are just so delicious. Obviously, I found them somewhere some years back. It's not my own original creation, but they sure are super. Right, I'm just quickly putting a bit of butter on to the pans with a piece of paper from the block of butter, just to ensure that they don't stick. You can use a spray as well, but I must admit I do like to do it with butter. It seems to not burn the edges as much as the false ones do. Okay. Now the batter's mixed up nicely, and you can just put a dollop into each of these. Like this. And my hands are clean, by the way. I did wash them and I'm not going to lick them. Right, so just go around again because I make them really nice and big. In fact, these come up so beautifully big that one could actually share a muffin. But they're very nice. Right, and this should do the job. Pile it nice and high. If you're doing 12 muffin pans, that's fine as well. My neighbor uses my recipe and she does it into 12 little pans, and yeah, it works out just fine. The important thing is to have your nice big blueberries in and your white chocolate. I'm going to fill these up nicely. I don't think you could do it without using your hands, so make sure your hands are clean before you start. I like to press the blueberries in as well, just so that they're not exposed to the heat. You can't always do that perfectly well, but at least just try and cover it with a batter. There's quite a lot of blueberries in here, if you noticed. Found a little piece. Right, after your muffins have been baking for 20 minutes, stick a needle in, a baking needle, and pull it out. See if there's any batter left on the needle. Should the batter needle be clean, then you know that the muffins are ready. And sometimes it's about half an hour till they're ready. I usually do half an hour. So the muffins open, all the blueberries in there and the melting chocolate. Sorry, we have steam at the moment, so it's not showing very clearly, but there you go. Very nice blueberry muffins. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope you make them and you enjoy them.